सरस्वते यो नमो नमः। श्री गुरुचरण कमले यो नमो नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेरसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पते नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा। गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय।
गौरी मनोहर
Permissible to Ramachandra ki jai. Let us all now join in the Ramayana Sumera. Jo Sumirata Siddhi ho Gananayaka Karevana dear devotees, tonight's katha is based from Sundarkand, where Prabhu Shri Ramchandra Ji, they are preparing for battle with Ravan. Sita has been found, words of Sita has been found, and Prabhu Shri Ramchandra Ji is preparing to do battle with Ravana. Now Ravan, many people have a misconception about Ravan. Ravan was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, but the only bad habit Ravan had is that he used his powers to perform evil deeds. And so too in life sometimes, we have given this gift of life. And what do we use it for? We use it, my dear devotees, to hurt people, to do many things. But even though Ravan was evil, Ravan did something that we all should recognize. He did not make a decision to go in war by himself. What he did is that he called his people, his brothers, his soldiers, and he requested from them the advice. Even Ravan was powerful. Ravan knew that he needed other people in his life. So too, as we go along this life, my dear devotees, we recognize and we realize that we do not know everything. Sometimes in life we need to go back to some people to get advice. But we got to be very careful the type of advice that we get. So he called his ministers and he asked them, should I go into battle or should I not go into battle? And everybody was praising Ravan. Ravan, you go, you will win, you will destroy Sri Ram. And he listened. And there was one individual in that assembly, Malavant. And our katha will begin with this. What did Malavant say? And Tulsidas, as Tulsidas reports to us, let us listen in this duha as to what Malavant had to say. Sachivaya be guruti nahi jo. He listens to the ministers. He was an old individual of age, but he was very, very knowledgeable. And he made a statement that it applies even today in our society. What did he say? He said that a government minister, a medical doctor, and a spiritual teacher, when these three people use supportive words through fear or hope of reward, then what happens? The three individuals mentioned here is government minister, a medical doctor, and a spiritual teacher. When they perform their duties in order to gain rewards, then what happens? The government minister, the country suffers. The spiritual master, religion suffers, and the doctor, the human body suffers. Now, listen to this statement very carefully. These people are sent with gifts from God Almighty to perform duties. But when they see everything as getting a reward in return, then whatever has to happen, what we see now that what is happening in society will happen. Will happen, my dear devotees. And you know something? Everybody, today say everything is money, money, money. I came from a session 3 nights ago, and there was nothing. If you listen in that satsang, you would realize who you are. And I had to mention last night, after listening to those 3 nights of satsang, I realized I was a beggar in this world. And so we are all, because you see the gifts that God has given us, sometimes I believe we don't appreciate it. Getting up in the morning, simply getting up in the morning is a divine thing. How many of you realize that? It doesn't have to happen. So these individuals here, my dear devotees, when they perform their duties for rewards, then every religion, country, and this human body will suffer. And as we continue, let us listen to who comes into that assembly and what he says to his brother Ravan. My dear devotees, no other person than the younger brother of Ravan, Vibhishan. Vibhishan, maybe he is younger, but he is quite knowledgeable. We can recall, my dear devotees, that Vibhishan, he mentioned to Sri Ramchandraji, he mentioned to Hanuman that he is living in Lanka like the tongue between the teeth. In other words, he is living in an area that is evil, wicked, and he's surviving because of whom? And he turns to his brother and he said, all of them is telling Ravan, yes you go, yes you go. And he says, Ravan, listen. Lust, anger, and vanity and greed are all the paths to lead to hell. These qualities, my dear devotees, mentioned here are negative qualities. He said, Ravan, give up these paths and walk in the path of Sri Ram. For Sri Ram, my dear devotees, is no ordinary soul. He has given his message to Ravan, trying to convince Ravan not to go into battle. He said that this individual that you believe that you can win in a war, he is not simply a human being. He has taken avatar as a human being, my dear devotees, but he has taken to save the godly people. And Vibhishan, saying that, my dear devotees, Ravan is listening. He is very attentive. He is listening. And let us listen to what Vibhishan continues to speak to his brother. You know, sometimes in a family unit, because we as senior believe that we knows everything. Not necessarily. Vibhishan is a younger brother. His Ravan elder brother is telling him, you go. Vibhishan is telling him otherwise. And he continues to speak to Ravan. Let us listen to what he says in this chaupai. Sumati kubati saba ur rahari nata puda nigama asa kahari. Within all of us, without exception, my dear devotees, and we got to realize this, we are not perfect human beings. Within all of us resides good and bad. All of us, inclusive of myself, resides good and bad thought. That is why sometimes, when you get angry, the bad thoughts surface up. And when you're in a good mood, the good thoughts, have you relaxed. But all of us have those things. He said, Ravan, you are no exception to that. I understand what you have done. But you must understand that we all possess. Give up. Give up. And Vibhishan goes on to tell him that prosperity of every kind reigns where good thoughts prevail. Where you have good thoughts, my dear devotees, prosperity will prevail. On the other hand, we reap the results of misfortune where bad thoughts prevail. And many times, we go to God in prayer. And we think that prayer is not working. And the question arises, how should one go to pray to Divine Supreme Being? Should we go with a grocery list? Or should we go with an empty mind? You see, when we pray, people expect that. When you pray, you expect God to materialize Himself and come in your presence. It doesn't happen like that. And I'll tell you why. Because you have to, the saints and sages, they perform great tapasya to reach that stage. Are you doing that for God to appear to you? Are you doing enough, in other words, for that physical form of God to appear to you? The answer is no. None of us would reach that stage. Not probably in this life. But what God does, what He does, is that sometimes, you're praying and certain things happens and you realize presence of God. It happened to me just recently. And God will not reveal Himself physically, but by the actions that you see happening. Sometimes, you're down and something just happens. You know that is the presence of God. That's how it comes in this life, in our material life, my dear devotees. And He is trying to encourage Ravan. And you know what Ravan does, my dear devotees? Let us listen in Doha. Tata charana nahi mano, rakhe ho jatula, Rama rakhe ho sometimes this happened to all of us. Ravan, rather than listening to his brother Vibhishan advice, he considered Vibhishan to be his enemy and he kicks his brother. Sometime in life, my dear devotees, no matter how much you do for someone, long time you hear this, I do so much for this one and I get kicked, right? And that's a reality in life, No matter what you do for a person, do not look for a reward. Because if you look for a reward and it does not come true, then your whole state of mind will change. It will make you upset. And then think about it. When you are upset, that other person is not suffering. It is you who is suffering. Why do you want to put yourself through these things? So Ravan, my dear devotees, he lifts his foot and he kicks his brother. But his brother, you know what he did? What should you do in a situation like that? Should you retaliate or should you remain normal? Vibhishan, my dear devotees, knowing that Ravan is his elder brother, and this here teaches us a form of respect. He holds onto the feet of his elder brother, showing no disrespect, and in beseeching Ravan to give up Sita Devi, and everything shall be fine. When Ravan was not listening, listen to what happens in this dua. What Vibhishan told Ravan then. Rama Satya Sankalpa Prabhu Vibhishan do? Vibhishan look at his brother holding on to his feet, my dear devotees, and he say, my Lord, he addresses him as his Lord. My Lord, my elder brother, Ram is true to his resolve. In other words, whatever Ram decides to do is going to come to pass. And he say, I will now take shelter at the feet of Sri Ram. Vibhishan leaves the camp of Ravan and he begins to go towards the camp of Prabhu Sri Ram. When uncertainty in your life, my dear devotees, comes, whom do you turn to? Where do you go? Do you go to another human being to ask, to assist, or you turn to God Almighty who have sent you here? Many a times, my dear devotees, when you go to another human being for assistance and they refuse to help you, then you ill speak them. But the first place that you should go to is in your prayer room to God Almighty. Because you know, karma is something that we all have to go through. We do not know when and how and where and why things will happen to us. But it will happen. But how do we deal with it? We turn to our Lord and our Master. At the end of the day, you know, when we die and we leave this world and we perform the final rites, it is prayers that helps. The prayer that helps. After a person died, they perform satsang, they do the rituals and so on. Because if it didn't help, they would have done it. So where do you turn? He goes to the camp of Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji. The bears and the monkeys, they are looking, they are seeing someone coming. Imagine you are at war and you see a strange individual coming across to you. What would you think? You would think that maybe he's a spy, right? What should we do? Let us listen. There was an individual who was in a camp of Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji and he's looking at the bears and monkeys and he's looking to see what they will do. And let us listen in this Chaupai as to what the bears and monkeys, they see Vibhishan coming, they do not know he is Vibhishan. Let us listen to what they do in this Chaupai. There was one individual who was present in that congregation, in that camp, was no other person than Pavanaputra Hanuman. And Hanuman recognized Vibhishan because we recall that when he was going to look for Sita, he landed down in a little ashram in Lanka, and he's thinking, who could be living here amongst this evil king? And he went down, and the first time he met Vibhishan. And he recognizes Vibhishan, but the other bears and monkeys, they do not. They did not recognize Vibhishan. So he's looking to see what they are going to do. And what did they do? If you are in difficulties, you do not know where to turn to, whom do you turn to, my dear devotees? Whom do you go to? The bears and monkeys, my dear devotees, they went to Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji. And Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, he looks at them and he says to them, they told him, there's someone who is coming but we do not recognize him. And Hanuman was right, and he's looking at them. And what does Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji says to them? Let us listen in this duha. He says, oh bears and monkeys, what you have done is the correct thing. For I am Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, and those people who refuse to give shelter to someone in need, my dear devotees, I want you to listen to this. Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji is making a statement here that those individuals who refuse to give shelter to someone who is in need out of suspicion that he may be an evil man, are low and sinful. Why does Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, he is very precise and he's to the point. He said, if someone comes to you and they ask for your help, and out of your perception in your mind, you are thinking that this person probably is an evil individual. He says, they are low and they are sinful, my dear devotees. You know why Prabhu Sri Ramchandra said that? You know why? Because as human beings, all of us as human beings, we have come into this world. We do not know where we came from, why we are here, but we have a routine to follow. We come here and we enjoy God's entire creation. God has created this universe. We never ask a question. We never ask a question. Why was I created? We enjoy all of God's creation, and then without having to pay for it. The entire creation, the plants, the fruits, everything that God created, we enjoy at this point. We didn't work for that. We took that. And then when someone comes, God could do that for you, but when someone comes to you for help, you refuse them. So in other words, what he is saying, you are very ungrateful. You cannot be enjoying God's creation and not to try to help an individual. And we are not We are quick to judge individuals, We are very quick to judge. We'll say, but this person is so and that person is so, my dear. That, my dear devotees, is for God to judge, not for you. Whether you want to help her, that's your choice. But there are consequences that follows. There are consequences that follows, my dear devotees. So Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, he is very happy that they have come to him. And then what did they do? They escorted Vibhishan to Sri Ramchandraji. And let us listen. Vibhishan now, he is addressing Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji. And let us listen to what he says in this chaupai. And what does Vibhishan do, my dear devotees? He goes to Prabhu Sri Ramchandra and he looks at Prabhu Sri Ramchandra and he says, my Lord or my Master, I want to listen very carefully here, because this is sometimes we make errors and we need to correct ourselves. I will explain as I move along. He says, I am Ravan's brother. He is going for help. I was born in the Rakshas race. I have a natural affinity to commit sin. Let me ask you a question tonight. If you belong to a family and your brother is evil and you are going to ask for assistance from another person, would you speak the truth? Let us be honest. Would you go and say, I am so-and-so brother, and you very well know that your brother is a bandit, he went to jail? Would you say that? No, you would never say that. Vibhishan here is teaching us, when you go to God, you must always be honest. I want to repeat that. When you go to God, you must always be honest. No matter what situation, He will understand. But if you're dishonest, nothing. You will pray from now to thy kingdom come. Because you are not sincere, you are dishonest, He will never answer your prayer. So you could go and pray. And it happens on two occasions. Right? One is that when you go to satsang, and probably you would observe it happening regularly, and the Vyasa on the stage is introducing some politician or somebody in the audience, and he will say the best of things, and you very well know that is not true. How could you go on a singhasan to speak the untruth? And that is something I have a problem with. And secondly, you will go to a funeral, and when they do the eulogy, you even recognize that that's a ghost they're talking about. And you see, we do these things, right? We do these things for reasons. But Vivishon is showing us here tonight. Vivishon, you will see what he will receive at the end for being honest and sincere. Vivishon could have very well said, I am so and so, not even take Ravan's name, but he took Ravan's name. And he knew that Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji was coming to do battle with Ravan. So, this is something, my dear devotees, when we go to pray, we must always be sincere and always speak the truth. No matter what. Life is, it is not one way all the time. Because, when God made this universe, He created the pairs of opposites. What I mean by that is that we have good and we have bad. It mentioned in Chaupai before, within all of us there is good and bad. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. And Vivishon, my dear devotees, he goes on, and what does he do? After telling Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji that, oh, I am around, brother, what did he do? Let us listen in Chaupai. My dear devotees, speaking to Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, what does he do? He prostrates to the feet of Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji. And Vivishon, coming from the enemy camp, my dear devotees, what did Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji do? Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, he got up and he embraced Vivishon. If you want the embrace, my dear devotees, of God Almighty, then we need to do the correct thing. We need to be honest. If Vivishon was not honest, Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji probably would not have embraced him. We are looking for the embrace of God on a daily basis, my dear devotees. There are so many problems in the world. When we look around us, we see so many problems in the world today that we need God's presence in our lives. And Lakshmana, after Vivishon was hugged by Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, Lakshmana got up and he hugged him. So Vivishon, my dear devotees, he has gained the benefit of speaking the truth by both Lakshmana and Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji embracing them, my dear devotees. And then what happens? Let us listen in this Chaupai. Jab lagi hridaya mas And Vibhishan, my dear devotees, he's still speaking to Prabhu Shri Ramachandraji and Lakshmana. And he's saying, as long as the heart is haunted by various villainous qualities like greed, infatuation, jealousy, arrogance and pride, there is no place of residence for God. My dear devotees, your heart is the place where God resides. It is there that life started. If the heart stops, that's the end of you. But the heart never complains. What do you fuel the heart with? You fuel the heart, my dear, with the presence of God. But if your heart is filled with negative qualities like jealousy and pride and all of these things, there is no place for God. There is no place for God. So your heart, my dear devotee, is where God should reside. And you should always be ready to accept. You see, we feed this body many different things for survival. But most importantly, what do we feed the soul? What do you feed the soul? You see places like these where you come to satsang is where you feed the soul. How many of us do that on a regular basis? Not many of us. And let us listen as Vibhishan continues to address Prabhu Shri Ramachandraji. Says by the devotees in the Shobhai that attachment to this world is like an intensely dark night that is very delightful, but it has its effects. Attachment, and it is said that life is divided into 4 stages. If you look how your life goes: childhood, youth, manhood, and old age. Some of us, we do not attain childhood. From the time we are born, we die. Some of us are very fortunate to attain childhood. And from there we move on until the second stage, youth. At childhood, we are dependent on our parents. At youth, we are also dependent. At this stage, my dear devotees, we educate ourselves and so on, and we get our papers and so on. At manhood, the third stage, this is where most of us are lost. At manhood, my dear devotees, you know what we do? This is a stage where you get married and so on. And as children, whether we are 1 year or 99 years, your parents, they will take care of you. Although you are married, they will look after you. Parents don't ever give up. And in doing so, they don't even think about themselves. They don't even think like, one day I have to leave this world, let me prepare. They're so taken up with the activities of the world. They become so attached. This is what Vibhishan is telling Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji. In this world you become so attached that you forget that one day you have to leave the world. And it is that attachment that you have that creates the emotion when that time is reached. The father of the home, he has gone to the beyond. And because of attachment, we hold on. What is attachment, my dear devotees? And the thing about it is that as individuals, we are totally aware. One day I went to a funeral and this bhajan was playing, Ayin bhi akele, jayin bhi akele. And somebody touched me on the back and said, boy, this song played years now and still some people don't understand. Attachment, my dear devotees, is like Maya. It pulls you away from God. Anything that pulls you away from God can be turned to be Maya. Attachment is one of the most powerful one that can pull you away from God. Nobody is saying that to enjoy hours in praying. No, nobody is saying that. But at least recognize who have sent you here and who will take you. At least show some respect, recognize, my dear devotees. This thing they call attachment is where we lose it. Because we get so attached to the material world that we forget one day you will have to leave and go, my dear devotees. And as our katha continues, let us listen to what Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, he tells Vibhishan. Shri Ramchandra, he is listening to Vibhishan. But is there hope still, my dear devotees? Is there hope? Is it too late to turn to God in our lives? You know, we go to so many satsang day after day, night after night. In fact, in Trinidad, we have satsang almost every single week. But what lesson do we learn from that? Do we come and practice that at home, or we just leave it right there and we go to our homes? Is there hope? Yes, there is hope. And Vibhishan, Prabhu Shri Ramchandra Ji now begins to address Vibhishan. He's saying here, even if a man has been the enemy of the whole world, my entire creation, both animate and inanimate, but comes to me looking for protection, having given up, but there are conditions, having given up pride and hypocrisy and fraud of several kinds, I at once make him holy like a saint. So there is hope. It is not too late. Prabhu Shri Ramchandra Ji is saying here, even though you are evil and you decide that you change, you want to change your life, there is hope. It's not too late. You are still alive. You are still alive. So there is hope. There is plenty hope, my dear devotees. And sometimes, when things are not working out with us, we want to give up. We want to do so many things, And God is waiting for you to approach Him. He's waiting. Sometimes we have that key. We are climbing up the stairs. And we have that key to open the door just to enter into the realm of God. And you know what we do? We turn back, we throw the key down, and we turn and go right back. You are so close. You are so close. I'll tell you something with satsang. Probably I have mentioned it here before. And somebody mentioned to me a couple of nights ago, similarly. Satsang is something when you get involved in it, there's no way out. You yourself would not want to get out of it. If you have to crawl and go, you would want to do it. And that's what the power of satsang. But satsang, my dear devotees, is something very, very powerful. Naras will tell you that. We have been in satsang, Naras, 40 years or so. We started with Pandit Ramnath Vyas. And you know why we are still in satsang? Because we love it. We love it. It brings a sort of solace to you when things are down. Everybody, my dear devotee, at times would not be good. You have to turn to somebody, as I said. We turn to God. He is always there. And you see people who don't have God in them, what do? Most of the time, they commit suicide. They have nowhere to turn because there was no God in their life. And don't ever believe that you could fool God. Because when you need Him, right, and you turn away from Him, He will always remember you. I was waiting for you. I had given up my time for you, but you did not come to me. So people who do not have God in them, that's the only way they know to turn to get rid of their problem. But that's not the only way. God has sent you here in this world, and He will take care of you. And as our Katha continues, listen to what he says about attachment. He's speaking about attachment. Let us listen to what he says. And let's
stay quiet.
Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Sita Ram Sita Ram Raghupati Radha Jai Jai Rama, Sita Rama, Sita And you know, he continues to explain to us about what attachment means. Let me explain something to you, and probably you will understand it much better. Attachment in this world is like you have a magnet at the top, and you have a paper clip at the underneath. That paper clip would be attracted to that magnet. Okay, you understand that? It's very simple. But as time goes, what we are supposed to do? As time goes, so let us assume time is represented by a piece of paper. You take a piece of paper, right? And the magnet is here and the paper clip is underneath, and you begin to, as time goes, as years goes of your life, you begin to add pieces of paper. One piece, two piece, every other piece. What will happen eventually? What is supposed to happen eventually with that paper clip? As you add, as the pile becomes thicker, it is supposed to fall off, isn't that so? This is the purpose of your existence. Nothing is wrong with attachment, but as time goes along, you are supposed to detach yourself gradually to prepare for that final moment. But sometimes, you know, when we are getting older, we want to hold on to everything. You understand? That is what life is meant to be. So that at some point in time, so when that point of detachment comes and you are ready to leave the world, you are totally detached. You have no emotions. You have no need. You don't want to stay here when they're devoted. That is what life should be like. But no. We are so caught up in the material world, and this is what Prabhu Sri Ramchandra tells Vibhishan. He says, mother, father, brother, son, wife, body, wealth, house, friends, and other family members, they are like, you know, in the formation of a piece of rope. There's strings, each piece, when you add all the strings, you have a number of strings, and then you bind it, it comes to a piece of rope. He says here that attachment is like that. Every single thing that you see around you, it binds you. And then it becomes thick and strong and you cannot let go. When the rope, if you take a piece of twine, you could be able to break it easily, right? But if you take 100 pieces of twine and you put it together and form a piece of rope, could you break it? No. And that is what we do with our lives. We bind ourselves to the materialism at the time of our leaving this universe. Then what happens? We can't break that bond because it is so strong. And this is what brings the emotion. But as time goes along, you would probably have observed it yourself. As time goes along and the person dies, I'm speaking about the family members here, it is going to gradually come back to normal. Because you will gradually detach yourself. Memories will be there, but you wouldn't have that level of emotion that you had when that person left recently. And this is what life's supposed to be, This is what is supposed to be. We're supposed to come here and enjoy God's creation, number one. And then after, my dear devotees, we must prepare ourselves for that final moment. Now let us listen as I come close to the end of tonight's kirtan. Let us listen in this dua as we come to the end of tonight's session. Saguna upasaka paraheta And what does Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji, he says here? He says that people who are virtuous worshippers of God and who do good to others and tread the path of righteousness, who are firm in their vows and love the path advocated by God, such people are dear to me like breath. In other words, you want to win God's attention, then you should worship God, be in that correct path, and then you can become one with God. God did not, people have that concept that you should fear God. No, you should not fear God, my dear devotees. You should love God. That's why He has given you a heart, my dear devotees. And let us listen in our final chaupai, what he says. Dasharata Ajira Vihari O Rama Vihari O Rama Dasharati Ajira Vihari Dasharati Ajira Vihari O Rama Vihari O Rama Dasharati Ajira After Prabhu Shri Ramchandra, he addresses Vibhishan. You know what he does? He takes the tilak, the chandan, and he places it in the forehead of Vibhishan. And you know how he addresses him? He says, "Listen, Prince of Lanka." From the moment that tilak was placed on the forehead of Vibhishan, Ravan was doomed, because Prabhu Shri Ramchandra addressed Vibhishan as the Prince of Lanka. That was the end of Ravan's reign. You want? Vibhishan did not have to work a day for anything. He gained the entire kingdom because he went to the Lord and Master. Sometimes we fight in life with so many things, you know. The answer is there. All you need to do is to, but you know something, we do not have patience. That's one thing. Human beings do not have patience. We want everything at the same time. Everything at the same time. And at that moment, my dear devotees, Ravan was destined to die at the hand of Prabhu Shri Ramchandra. And Vibhishan, my dear devotee, he joined the camp of Prabhu Shri Ramchandra and the battle was to begin at this point in time. At this point in time, my dear devotees, our katha will end there. I will have one or two bhajan from Ravina, and then I will close.
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई। दुर्योधन को मेवा द्यावो, दुर्योधन को मेवा द्यावो, साग विधुर धर्य
Vishwadu Prabhu Ramachandra ki jai. I have a request from Gideon. I sang a song last night. He was there, so I am obligated to sing it. There's a song that I composed, and the thought went through my mind as I am sitting here. Tomorrow is a very special day for fathers, very, very special. And in my mind, I'm thinking, if the father of this home, he had to give all of us today a message, what would he say to us? He has come and he has left. And he is experiencing wherever he is. What would he have told us? What do you think he would have told us? To be attached? To go after materialism? What would he have told us? I have a song here that I wrote the song just yesterday, or the day before, sometime this week. And Gideon loves this song, so I will sing it. This song, let me explain the meaning. In this world of ours, we are supposed to sing the praises of God. Because we are very fortunate to have this body of ours. We are merely travelers in this world, moving from birth to death. That space between birth and death is the time we have to spend here. If we are fortunate, we will reach old age. You have come alone in this world. We have come alone. And one day we will have to live alone with nothing in our hands. In this world, merely, my dear devotee, we are considered to be beggars because God has sent everything for us and we are enjoying His creation. And we are alone. We are alone. Then it goes on to say, this world is just a dream. Ye sansar hai jhoti sapna. Maya, Nach. Maya is taking over us. We are not seeing the real world. In this world, take me across this world of mundane existence. This probably would have been the words of the father of this home who has gone to the beyond. So let us all join in this song as requested by Gideon. राम भजो बन काम तजो नाम राम भजो बन काम तजो राम भजो बन काम तजो नाम राम भजो बन काम तजो जब जब वीर पर भक्तन पर तब तब तू अवतार लियो राम भजो बन काम तजो राम भजो बन काम तजो यही है मुक्ति पारा हम हैं मुसाफिर हम सागर में प्रभु जी ले चल द्वारा सुनो बड़े भाग्य कृष्ण तन पाया यही है मुक्ति पारा हम हैं मुसाफिर भव सागर में प्रभु जी ले चल द्वारा दुख हरो ना दया करो ना दर्शन दो प्रभु कृपा करो राम भजो बन काम तजो राम भजो बन काम तजो दिन प्राण छूट जाए अकेले कुछ नहीं लेके जाता हाथ पसारा आएंगे अकेले जाएंगे अकेले एक दिन प्राण छूट जाए अकेले कुछ नहीं लेके जाता हाथ पसारा दुख हरो ना दया करो ना दर्शन दो प्रभु कृपा करो राम भजो बल राम भजो राम भजो बल राम भजो सारे दुनिया है ये भिखारी तू ही एक है दाता हम है अकेले हम है अधूरे दर्शन दो भगवाना सारी दुनिया है ये भिखारी तू ही एक है दाता हम है अकेले हम है अधूरे दर्शन दो भगवाना दुख हरो ना दया करो ना क्षमा करो प्रभु कृपा करो राम भजो मन राम भजो ना राम भजो मन राम भजो राम भजो मन राम भजो ना राम भजो मन राम भजो जब जब वीर परे भक्तन पर जब जब तुम अवतार लियो राम भजो मन राम भजो 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 प्रेम से बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Let us now join our hands together as we come to our final closing prayer. Hari Om mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janadanam yat pujitam maya deva paripurnam tadastu me mokam karotu vachalam pangunanghayate yat kripatam aham vande paramanandam madhavam. And where the soul of the Father may be, we say this special prayer. Om Anadi Nidhano Deva Shakka Chakra Tadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Mokshaya Prado Bhava Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandho Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Travinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. प्रेम से बोलो प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय. श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. शरणम. ओम नमः शिवाय.